Course in Miracles says that the third step in forgiveness is giving it over to the Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit, change my perception. Holy Spirit, I'm willing to see this differently. Holy Spirit, I'm taking responsibility for my life. I'm taking responsibility for this situation, for how I'm seeing this situation. Course says right there, the miracle happens. What is the miracle in the Course? The miracle, it's not like a miracle. Oh my God, the Virgin Mary is here, right? Which she is. The miracle in the Course terms is changing your perception from fear to love. So the miracle's given when you have forgiven, and when you have forgiven, you're seeing in truth. Okay? Now, what does forgiveness look like in the world? It looks like this. Things that used to bother you do not bother you anymore. That's how you know you have forgiven. Okay? Things that used to get under your skin are no longer getting under your skin. You know you have forgiven. You know you have forgiven because you're not reactive. You know you have forgiven because you're not making something so real. That's how you know that forgiveness has taken place. So one of the key aspects to forgiveness include releasing resentment. So there's this commitment to releasing resentment, to understanding that holding the resentment hasn't helped in any way or hasn't contributed to going forward in your life. Another aspect is compassion and empathy. So when you're practicing forgiveness, there's this sense of compassion. There's this sense of understanding that you've been there, you've done that you also go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, right? Another key aspect of forgiveness is healing and transformation. So when forgiveness takes place, there's a big healing and transformation that happens. Also self-forgiveness, self-forgiveness. Someone had mentioned forgiveness here in the chat, but self-forgiveness is amazing too. And forgiveness for the self looks like observing your thoughts and being mindful of them, actually feeling them. This responsibility of like, oh my God, I'm going crazy, or oh my God, I'm starting to make this matter. Oh my God, I really believe this person's my problem. Wow, I'm losing myself. This is very interesting. Right? It's an awareness there. You're not reactive. You're more like contemplative or observing or just witnessing. Right? Okay, I'm losing my mind. I'm starting to think I'm separate from God. I'm starting to believe, in my case, my husband's my problem, right? I got remarried in 2017 to an amazing man, Christian, and he gives me everything to practice forgiveness. So I'll probably be sharing about him today because he really gives me a lot of opportunities to practice forgiveness with him. So you go ahead, and self-forgiveness is, oh my goodness, I have forgotten who I am. I'm getting into the egoic thought system. Let me go ahead and forgive. Let me go ahead and see what I'm thinking differently. And what happens is, it's like, I don't want to be a victim. I know what that life is like. So it's like, okay, I forgive myself for these thoughts. I forgive myself for this perception, and there's self-forgiveness and letting go that happens there. How this looks like in my daily life. How does this look like tangibly look like? Recently, the most recent thing I could think of is we just bought a home in Naples. We moved in March 1st. I started to see myself getting really obsessive with having my home look like a model home in a week. I wanted my home to look like Architectural Digest. I didn't realize that Maria Felipe, the personality, loves to have things beautiful and aesthetic and look epic sooner than later. I didn't know that about myself till I moved into my home. I mean, I know that I like nice things, but not to the level till I got here. It started to get really annoying because I started to become very obsessive. So this is what forgiveness looks like. Forgiveness looks like allowing myself to be obsessive. It's really letting go of the judgment on myself that I'm being obsessive, and just like, okay, I'm being obsessive. I'm getting a little bit cuckoo about my home. I'm going to allow myself to feel this way. I'm not going to do spiritual bypass. I'm not going to brush it under the rug. I'm just going to observe and be. Super uncomfortable place to be, guys, because we need to feel our feelings, feel it to heal it. Authenticity is sexy is what I like to say. So you want to be authentic, be real, be honest. It's like, oh my God, I really make this matter. I want to come into my home. I want to feel like it's a home. Oh my goodness. sold my other home and now I have this new home and I'm so nervous, whatever it is, right? It's like just living it out, feeling it out. Welcome to all those that are joining, by the way. We're in the middle, we're practically in the middle of the session, but you can always watch the replay and please stay if you're guided. So in the moment, I decided, after I was able to feel it, to heal it, I decided I had this gratitude come over me of like everything I had done and that it's exactly perfect. You know, the forgiveness was that, yeah, I forgot who I was, but I'm so innocent. My intention is for things to look really nice. My intention is to live good, and I'm putting so much effort. So instead of crucifying myself or making me wrong, there's a sense of gratitude of my persistence. There's a sense of gratitude of my excitement. And that I got excited and that I made it a little too real. And then grace came over me and I started to be grateful for what I did, what I didn't do, my obsession. That's what forgiveness looks like, at least for me in my daily life, for myself, how I forgive myself. And as you can see there, the dynamic of how I forgave myself is coming back to my innocence and just this understanding that I'm really, really trying to do the very best I can. And that goes for you too. I feel that ultimately you are also really trying to do the very best you can. So when you start to come back to that innocence, like, then you get to like stop bashing yourself. You stop your all out war against yourself. Thank you, Celine. I really appreciate that. All out war. I have goosebumps now. All out war against yourself, you know, and really like attacking yourself, and you're doing such incredible work and you're giving so much time to that project, or you're just doing the best you can. And then you also bashing yourself and have this war on yourself instead of lifting the veil of illusion. Then you're able to see your efforts. You're able to see that you're really doing the best you can. You could see yourself that you're so innocent. It's like you're a little boy, you're a little girl dancing, la, 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 trying to do the very best you can. And then you go ahead and you slap yourself because you're like, you're not doing it good enough, or you're not on the good timing, and you forget what's underneath it all. Your efforts, your love, your passion, your purpose, your connection to your Father. So that's really important. So that's what forgiveness looks like in life, with forgiveness of self. Now, do you want to hear an example of forgiveness with a partner or with somebody outside yourself? That can be your mother, your father, your sister, your abuelo, your abuela, your husband, your child. You guys want to hear how to forgive somebody else, like a relationship? Okay, I'm asking because I want to make sure you guys are listening. Good, Celine, you're listening. Good job. All right. So, how do you forgive another? How do you forgive another? Linda's like, yes, please. Alberto's like, yes. Okay. Okay. Forgiveness of another is incredible. It's like, I get excited about it, like if I'm like in the best concert ever, because when you begin to forgive people, the Course in Miracles style, the Course in Miracles way, you are going to have so much peace. You are going to have, Course in Miracles says that the third step in forgiveness is giving it over to the Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit, change my perception. Holy Spirit, I'm willing to see this differently. Holy Spirit, I'm taking responsibility for my life. I'm taking responsibility for this situation, for how I'm seeing this situation. Course says right there, the miracle happens. What is the miracle in the Course? The miracle, it's not like a miracle. Oh my God, the Virgin Mary is here, right? Which she is. The miracle in the Course terms is changing your perception from fear to love. So the miracle's given when you have forgiven, and when you have forgiven, you're seeing in truth. Okay? Now, what does forgiveness look like in the world? It looks like this. Things that used to bother you do not bother you anymore. That's how you know you have forgiven. Okay? Things that used to get under your skin are no longer getting under your skin. You know you have forgiven. You know you have forgiven because you're not reactive. You know you have forgiven because you're not making something so real. That's how you know that forgiveness has taken place. So, one of the key aspects to forgiveness include releasing resentment,